Hey y'all, welcome back to Guaranteed Fresh, and I am Cashlyn. If you don't know, this is a podcast where we talk about hot topics with a new spin, fresh perspective, and this is my co-host.
Coach J, aka Break Mine Televales.
This man swears that he's Spanish. He lives in Florida, but I don't think he's Spanish nowhere. I don't really know. Have you done your ancestry?
Yes, I did. Ancestry.com.
What they say?
Yeah, don't worry. That's gonna be a whole nother episode.
A whole nother episode. I did mine.
Follow Coach J and
I did
find
mine
out.
too. I
You
did
did yours?
mine. Yeah. I
And
just
what you
found
doing now?
I just found out that I'm real black. And I like that.
That's good. That's a good thing.
I like being real black. I think
Yeah.
it was like in the 80% ish
hmm
African. So
What if I told you I'm 5% African?
you lying.
You
You lying.
will believe that?
No.
Okay. All right.
I
Let
could
me
never
start.
believe that.
5% African, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Televales.
Anyway, so what's good?
Nothing good. Oh, you know what my what's good is?
Mm.
Shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. That was a big win. I'm not a fan. I just stay in the city, and I'm happy to be affiliated with good things in the city. I know we won the hockey thing. I mean Stanley Cup. We made it to the championship in baseball. Fell short, so it's good that the city just doing great with sports. So shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. On to the second round of the playoffs.
I mean, I don't know who y'all played, but congratulations to y'all. I don't keep up with sports at all unless it just happens to come across my feed, my social media feed, or I see it on the news. I don't know what's going on.
You're gonna see it on the news. It's gonna be in your feed.
I don't follow a lot of sports loving people either.
Okay.
So I might not see it, it might pass me by. But congratulations to the Bucks. I always cheer for the home team.
Definitely.
Well, I say my what's good is I forgot to tell you. So I've been doing a Daniel fast. Have you ever heard of that?
I was going to do that with my mom, and somebody posted a picture of a smoked turkey leg, and I've been looking for
man.
Listen. I jeopardized my whole fast for this turkey leg, and when I pulled up, what else? I had got some grouper, smoked turkey leg, and I came back next day and got some turkey wings. So I kind of blew it because I know it's 21 days, and I was really gonna do that.
So was it worth it? Was the turkey leg worth it?
I think that I gotta say this. I feel like I've been robbed. Like when I ate this turkey leg, like I go to the fair to get turkey leg. So that's why I was like, I just really want a turkey leg. So when I'm eating this turkey leg, I was able to like take my time, pick up the bone and lift. I didn't know you can lift up some of the bone and take meat from underneath the bone. And it's like layers and layers and layers. So like I've been wasting my money going to the fair because I was never able to really like dig in at the fair and really eat my turkey leg the correct way. And I finally got a chance to do that. So it was worth it. I'm sorry, God. Sorry, Daniel.
You said sorry, God.
Because I know it's like a church fast, but
it's spiritual. I mean, some people do it for health reasons because it's always good to just cleanse your body of certain things. I know you've done that before. You've done like the vegan cleansing.
Yeah.
So it's similar to that, but you just eat like no dairy, meat, no animal products, period. And you also like having no sugar and no caffeine, which is a big one for me. So I mean, I've been enjoying it so far. The first 3 days, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it because I was tired.
Yeah,
it was making me sleepy. So
no caffeine.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. That's why you're tired, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I had done like a month or so before the new year without caffeine, but as soon as the new year hit, I was at Starbucks. So I kind of still had to get myself off of caffeine, and that's a really big one for me. So I was tired throughout the day, and I was like, oh no, I gotta drink some coffee, I gotta drink something. but I kind of substituted with different herbal teas and sweetened it with things that were more natural. So it kind of got me through it. Now I feel a lot better. And honestly, like early in the morning, I won't say I wasn't a morning person, but I would just get up and do what I need to do. I really wasn't excited about it. But I kind of wake up now with more energy and I go to bed kind of with I go to bed with energy, but still like able to rest.
Yeah, yeah. And that's how it was with me with that's the first effect I felt when I didn't eat meat. The energy level was crazy. Like it wasn't no hit the snooze. It was just like, okay, the alarm went off, get up.
Yeah.
But when I eat meat, like I'm tired, still won't. Like me, I take pride in taking a 10-minute nap. Everybody think it's stupid, but I love those. But when I wasn't eating meat, it was just constant energy, and it's crazy because you would think you'll get it from meat, but nah, that stuff that's inside the meat that they do, whatever they do when they do
Mhm.
it, it ruin you. So yeah.
Definitely. And I think I'll do it. I mean, I won't say I will continue the fast, but I'll try to keep up some of the habits
Mhm.
after the fast is over. Because even taking a few days out of your week and not eating meat and just purging your diet of certain things, I feel like will probably be beneficial too, instead
Yeah,
of just jumping right back into eating stuff that we really shouldn't be eating anyway.
you're right. So because I haven't did the complete fast, I haven't ate no, haven't had any beef um during this time. So I really just been eating a lot of fish and yeah, fish and turkey actually. Not even a lot of chicken. I did make some good, great, excellent soup yesterday. I killed that soup.
You
But
made soup.
yeah, I made some great. It was fire. It was fire. Like I killed that. I yeah. But besides that, I hadn't had any chicken. It was just fish and turkey. So I'm staying away from beef.
That's good
So yeah, for now.
for now. Oh, you
Yeah.
gotta hit the Turkey Leg Hut. Where is that in Houston?
Houston.
Gotta
Definitely want
go.
to hit that. You went?
No, I want to go. They stuff
Yeah, yeah,
turkey legs with things.
yeah. I don't want stuff. I just want it regular.
What? They
Oh,
they like if you get like I think you can get like macaroni and cheese in it. You don't do macaroni and cheese, do you?
nope.
Oh dang. They
Don't
stuff it
say
with
fried.
stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I can handle it. But it'd be a good experience though.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Definitely.
So what else been going on with you? You seen anything good on your social media feed?
What I seen wasn't good. Last thing
No.
I seen that went crazy. I'm pretty sure we thinking about the same thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna get into that. So, I mean, let's just talk about how 2021 is just really showing is behind already. Like it's really just it's almost like 2020 extended a little bit.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
can
it
say
feels
that.
like. Because we talked about how we lost people last year, and then
Mhm.
boom, Dr. Dre has a brain aneurysm. Dr. Dre
Dr. Dre.
has a brain aneurysm.
That's crazy.
I
I
think that's
mean,
I think that's insane.
you think it's insane?
Yeah,
I mean, the lady did ask for a lot of cheese.
and she did snitch on him.
So that'll give you a major headache. Like, not trying to be funny
No,
about the dog. But as a man, I can understand that aneurysm. She trying to take all your cheese, bro.
let let's just say your ex-wife come to you and be like, "Oh, I know he got this in the
No,
cabinet. He keep this behind the refrigerator." What you gonna do?
have an aneurysm.
No,
That's what I'm gonna do. Like, I can't believe this is going. Is this really happening right now? You guys
really?
think about all the stuff that man thinking about hourly, not daily, hourly. Just she want half your check, and you got that bag. She want half the bag,
This they
and she
say
tell me,
they say that Dr. Dre is worth 800 million. I think she
yeah,
was asking for 2 million a month in
bro.
spousal support, and they're still in I think discussion because I had to do my research on this after I found out something was going on with him. So
Mhm.
up until now, I think up until this week, he's been covering all of her expenses up to $400,000 a month.
Bro. I mean, and even to him, that's probably still like Probably like to us, well not to us, because I mean not to me. I know I ain't got it like that, but
Right.
that's probably scratch off money for him. Light scratch off money. A light day in the mall for him.
I mean,
But still, why?
a light day in the mall. However, like this is somebody that you're not even married to anymore. So just imagine having to be like financially tied to somebody until further notice, and y'all not even married no more.
Why men don't pull this stunt more? I seen Mary J husband pull this.
Did, and so did Wendy Williams' husband.
Yeah, we gotta stand up, fellas.
Excuse me.
We gotta stand up, bro. We gotta stop letting them. Hold on. Did it go on? Oh,
You
we
good?
good. We
You
good.
good?
We gotta stop letting this happen to us, man. We gotta stand up for ourselves and file first.
What?
We gotta stand up. They breaking us. 2021. Flip the switch. I'm sending this out, man. This is gonna be my section that I screen record
Now
and post.
I'm not for this lady trying to take Dr. Dre for all his stuff, but I think there is a part of the argument that says, I mean, maybe she is due some spousal support because she did put her career on the back burner during their marriage to raise the kids and do all this other kind of.
Why?
While she was a lawyer.
Why did you stop?
Your husband is Dr. Dre.
What? So what?
Anyway, so you put your career on the back burner for your family, for her family to raise the kids, to take care of the house and all this other kind of stuff, while he was building his empire. Because I think we're together for like what 20+ years or whatever. So while he's building it, she's taking care of everything else. That's a full-time job in itself. So I'm not saying that she's not doing anything, but $2 million a month, that is crazy because she's still an able-bodied woman. Like you can work. But I mean, it almost sounds, and I'm not assuming, but almost sounds like you want this man to just take care of you and not be with him at all.
So I'm not jumping sides.
Right.
I remember I seen the Michelle A
Mm-hmm.
Lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, this cat was crazy. How he was on her, how he was knocking her loose.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I didn't know he was like that. But I mean, he probably was doing the same with her. Don't know. That's probably part of the spouse, whatever you said,
Mm-hmm.
deal why she wants some cheese. But I don't feel like in no way, shape, or form she should have stopped going after her bag because she with Dr. Dre. Like,
I mean,
you really got a chance to.
I think even outside of just him being Dr. Dre, I think a lot of women put their careers and stuff on hold. Not on hold. I won't say on hold, but they prioritize their family over their careers a lot, especially when they're able to do it. Like if you don't have to work and you're able to spend all of your time with your kids while they're like in their developing years, a lot of women will do that if they're able to, because who wouldn't want to do that?
It don't make sense to me because most of them got maids anyways.
Yeah.
Most of them got caregivers anyway. So really you just shopping all day. Like, what are you doing with your time that you can't go finish school? You can't finish doing what you're trying to do. I ain't saying you gotta work, but it'd be a smart decision to finish school so you can have yourself something whenever you decide, or if it don't work out or whatever. Just you should always want to get more education as you can, as much education as you can. I mean, I had never been married to a millionaire, so I don't know, but I know for a fact I wouldn't stop doing what I'm doing just cause of that. But that's just me.
Well, when I marry a millionaire, I'll let you know what I think about it then.
I'm glad how you said that. You said that like it's coming, and I can't wait to see that for you. That's
Yeah.
gonna be good. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's gonna be great. So I'm not a huge fan of The Weeknd. Do you listen to The Weeknd's music?
He been fell off to me.
Fell off.
I, we supposed to allow him?
No, keep it fresh. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. For me.
Mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't want after the dreads. I don't think I was even like, nah. I guess when you go so pop, you kind of I don't even know. I can hear that's him on the radio, but I don't listen to the radio.
Right.
But nah, I'm not a fan of
The
what
Weeknd.
he had going on.
Did you see his plastic surgery picture on Instagram?
Is,
You happen to see
is
it?
that is that real?
It's not real.
Okay, because I thought it was real, and I was like, my whole take on that was like insecurities are at an all-time high.
But that's what he was trying to get at, though. He was trying to get
Oh,
at that in his upcoming project. He kind of, I
mm,
think he's touching on that. He kind of like one of those artists that is very literal or more
mm,
artistic in how they promote their album. He kind of like goes all in with it. So he was seen at the what was it, the Grammys, one of those award shows, and he had his face all wrapped up and it was bloody or
mm,
whatever. People thought something was really wrong with him, but it was just a part of him building up to what's coming. And
mm,
I think he's touching on how people are so quickly going to go get their bodies done or change their faces just to fit a certain standard in society. And I wonder
mm.
how it's gonna translate, because even though it's like a very true statement, I feel like it's gonna go over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, it is. It really is, but it shouldn't. But I mean, if he kicking it like that, I understand because, like you said, people doing that to their bodies or whatever, and it's really just a fad. Like we're not too far away from bell bottom jeans. I know it's gonna sound crazy, and I know it's 2021, and I
Bell
know
bottoms
we
are back. What do you mean?
okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like everything gonna come back.
Hmm.
Only thing that might can't make it is the Jerry curl, but everything else.
Listen, the Jerry curl can make a comeback. Ain't gonna be as greasy, ain't gonna be as juicy, but the Jerry curl can make a comeback.
So yeah, like people following fads for that whatever reason, and you putting your health on the line to
Mm.
do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that is a big statement.
It's
Cause I
a
thought he
big,
did that for real.
it's a big statement, and I kind of think about it because like I have nieces that are coming up in this social media generation, and it's becoming more and more common for kids to get to for women, young women to get a certain age, and then I want my stomach to be flat. So instead of working out, instead of doing things naturally and working for it, I'll just go get it sucked out. I'm gonna go to Dr. Miami. Good, great surgeon, but I'm gonna just go get it sucked out. Or I don't like the way my upper half look, or I don't like the way my butt looks. So I'm gonna just go have them add something. And you're not a build a body. Like you're not a build a body. Like you were born this way. Nothing is wrong with the ways you were born. And I think even Summer Walker touched on she touched on that topic recently in one of her social media posts, saying like big girls want to be skinny, skinny girls want to get thick, girls with straight hair want to be curly. Like if you too light, you want to get dark. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like you never are happy or like
Yeah,
satisfied with
both sides.
what you have. And I think young girls specifically, just need to be happy with how they come out because you're beautiful however you came out.
You're absolutely
Just,
right.
just embrace that.
And that's what made the '90s females so everything because it was just a couple of powders and they was on their way, man. Like that's all it was. It wasn't nothing extra.
Not the powders.
And that's it, man. Nothing. It wasn't lashes in the '90s.
Lashes. I'm pretty sure they had lashes. They probably had like the
Um,
strip lashes.
only famous people wore lashes in the '90s. Nobody locally wore lashes in the
I mean, they
'90s.
put some mascara on. They put some eyeliner on.
Oh, the look.
That
Okay,
uh
okay,
huh
gotcha.
mascara.
Yeah, that.
They put that on. I mean, you gotta get to know these things. You got girls.
Oh no, I'm saying that. I should have a TV show with them because it's not going. No,
You
no.
think
You think?
you think it's not?
I know it's not.
The things that girls sneak and do will shock a parent.
This this the thing with me though.
Mm,
Everywhere we go, like I've said before, it's not too many places I can go south side where where a kid don't know Coach J.
right.
So I feel like when by the time my daughters get in middle school, that's Coach J daughter. it ain't gonna be too much you can pull, cause that's Coach J. They
What they
gonna
gonna tell you?
know.
They gonna tell you, oh, she Lyric got on lipstick.
Oh yeah, oh
No,
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But see,
no.
not that they'll tell me that they'll be in fear of trying to pull something off. Cause like yesterday, not yesterday, I got a call and they was in Mr. and Mrs. Crowd with their mama and somebody stopped them and like, that's Jay's daughter right there? Talking about Ryan. Whole face over there. So you ain't finna pull the stunts you think you finna pull, cause they know. All right.
All right.
We gonna see how this go.
We'll
We
go.
gonna
We're
see.
gonna see. Give you a few more years,
Okay.
and we're gonna have
Okay.
a Coach J check in. How's it going?
You better tell by this right here, bitch.
We're gonna be
This
all great. They're just gonna be silver. You gonna start using that just for men.
nah, I ain't gonna never do that.
You're gonna just
I'm,
for a minute, just to
I'm just
cover it.
gonna I'm gonna embrace it however it come. I don't even care no. It is what it is, man.
I low key can't wait to be like fully gray either. Like I got one gray hair that's trying to like sprout up in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't wait to be like 100% gray.
And I know what I want for dinner.
Okay. Quincy. Got
Coach J dadding.
you. Yes.
Oh, that's cute. So, and speaking with, we got off track because we were talking about. Oh. Oh, I want some carrots.
Healthy though. That's on camera. We eat carrots like chips. We're
Right.
healthy over here.
I love carrots.
Definitely.
So I was talking about we kind of got off track because we was talking about Dr. Dre and his wife's outrageous demands and what
Mm-hmm.
probably took him over the edge. But on another note, Tyrese is also getting a divorce from his wife,
Mm-hmm.
which is sad because I feel like they haven't been together too long. But she's asking for a hefty lump sum too, 20K a month in child support.
How old is his kid?
I don't know. I don't know.
20K.
20K.
And that's probably, like I said, that's probably more money for him as well.
Yeah.
But still, like, I can see if he was a deadbeat, but I don't know what he do. But I'm pretty sure he's not a deadbeat. But I don't know.
I mean, I just don't want to see no more of them crying videos from Tyrese.
What more do you want from me?
I don't want to see no more of those. So if he can afford to pay the 20K, let the man pay the 20K, have his kids, everything go good, pay the 20K. But that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. So,
That's
so you being a female, do you feel like is any of this spiteful?
of course.
Okay. Okay.
Of course.
Just making sure.
It also has to do with how men pick women because I don't think women get greedy out of nowhere. I feel like there were signs of greed before y'all got there, but that is a topic for another day.
That's a good topic. We didn't hit that because I have some ammunition on that.
Ammunition.
Yeah, we need to hit that topic for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like the signs are there, and that has to do with y'all picking. But I mean, as far as Tyrese goes, please just give the lady what she asked for because we don't want no more you're sad. We want you to continue working, no more sad videos. We want you to be able to see your kids live a happy life because we was concerned for Tyrese at one point. We didn't know what was gonna happen.
Definitely.
That was a bad day. It was. It really was. But this whole segment should be like, what is wrong with 2020 so far, 2021 so far? So now you got the man. Remember, the guy, what's his name? Jacob Blake was paralyzed by an officer in Kenosha. The man got off, of course, which is not a surprise. We used to seeing that in the U.S. And the officer was later spotted in a bar wearing a shirt that said "Free AF." you feel about that?
How I'm supposed to feel about that? I mean,
It's not. I think it's sad that we're getting to the point, or we have gotten to the point, even in our generation, that we are used to seeing things like this, like where people are blatantly just
disrespectful.
disrespectful and have no regard for what they did. Like you literally paralyzed the man. Whether you say it was in self defense, whether whatever the outcome was, you obviously didn't get charged for it. It's almost like you have no remorse for paralyzing this man. Like he'll never live his life the same way. Thank God he still has his life, but he's gonna live it as someone who doesn't have feeling from the legs down now.
um, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot that could be said, has to be said, but I mean, in the same sense, we kind of already knew. Like, for me, I don't look at some videos go more viral than others when it comes to things like this, officer killing. I try not to watch those because I know how it make me feel internally, and I always know like ain't nothing gonna happen. Like, okay, I understand it was wrong. I know it was wrong. I don't got to watch the video to know it's gonna be wrong. I can tell how the video start, and I'll be pissed off by the end. If I see a car pull over and officer walking up, I don't want to see the rest. It's just gonna make me mad. But what we gonna do about it? Cause like when they do it, what do we get? We get madder. We retaliate. We protest. We bring the top echelons of black people to talk. They still get off. It's like kind of like a revolving door. I mean, it's really I don't really have words for. I mean, we can sit here and speak and speak and speak and speak till we blue, and they still gonna do the same thing because they had a last say so because they're the ones who run the criminal justice system. That's why I always push for blacks to young black males and female, but mostly young black males to take position in power in the criminal justice system because it'll never change until we get those people up to the ups. Because the people who has the highest say so is ruining the whole game, and we really can't do nothing about it. Hence, what we're gonna talk about later on
Exactly.
to show we don't really got no pull in that area, man. I mean, especially when you got stuff like this happening and you got the biggest athlete in the past 3 decades that speak on everything wrong with social injustice, and he get blasted. He made it clothes that said more than an athlete. You know, you had a lady on CNN told him just shut up and dribble, and he continued to do what he supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Which puts him at the top of the list. Could be an all-time for all athletes because he has been very vocal. He would be the leader of all athletes when it comes to social injustice. But again, we get nothing for it. Like they can stop games, they can stop. That's what they should do. Just don't stop. The only way you can stop things like that is if you hit them in their pockets.
So I think that is showing that we know what the power of like black people coming together can be because we saw that in Georgia this past week in their voting for senators. Luckily, we got the result that we wanted. We got 2 senators that will work in the favor of African American people or people of color. However, I think we put a lot of faith in a system that wasn't built to benefit us. So I don't know why I think that the solution to all of this is kind of like it's really huge. It's really huge. And I don't think it's one correct answer like how to fix it or anything like that but to change what's happening in America, you have to change the hearts of a lot of people in the country. And as we could see this past week, there's a lot of screwed up people in the world. Like it's a lot of messed up people in the world. Like even the ones that couldn't show up for the Trump rally, there were protests other places for Trump. So it just shows that the heart of a lot of people are just not right. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's just it's overwhelming. It's like an overwhelming issue that we have here, and I don't really know how to fix it. I don't even know where to begin to say how to fix it. It's just ridiculous.
I don't even have the words for it. Like, I don't know. Like you said, you don't know where to start. It's just bad, man. It's you can interview a million people. They'll have a lot might have the same ideas, but it's where do you start at to fix the problem? Because
Right.
it's way deeper. And like you said, it's in the hearts of a lot of people, and those are the people who have the last say so in power. So
I mean, we see what happens when things don't go the way they think they should go. Like we talk about democracy and people run around calling themselves patriots. Talking about they having a revolution, but we're gonna get into that.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into that. So one moment. So this past Wednesday, there was a word of the day: insurrection. Did you learn that word this week?
what it's called?
An insurrection.
Insurrection.
Yes.
Now, what's the definition of that word?
I mean, I don't know the Webster Dictionary version, but it's pretty much like an uprising against people of power.
Okay.
An insurrection. That is what President Joe Biden said that we were having on Wednesday. When a group of mostly white, we did see some little mixing up of colors in there a little bit. Mostly white men stormed the Capitol building, climbed up walls, broke into offices, damaged things in the Capitol in an effort to disrupt the final step in making Joe Biden president right before his inauguration. So, did you happen to see that on your local news channel?
That was actually everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen little bits and pieces of what's it called again?
Insurrection.
Insurrection. I seen bits and pieces of insurrection.
You did.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I think at that moment, everybody whose skin color was darker than pale white felt the same exact way. Sorry, phone blowing up. Felt the same exact way. Mexican, even Chinese probably felt the same exact way. Like knowing, like if it was anybody else,
literally
anybody else. Smithereens, particles.
And we saw the difference in how the Capitol was protected during the Trump riot that turned insurrection, as opposed to what happened in the summertime. People were shot with rubber bullets. Did you see any rubber bullets being shot?
No.
Did you see? I did see some tear gas, but I also saw videos of police officers letting the rioters
like they open the gates?
Opening them.
Oh, I even seen videos of people pushing disabled people in a wheelchair through. What are we doing? How does that work?
Right. I see officers opening doors saying, "Oh, we don't agree with what you're doing, but we respect it." You are an officer. You're an officer.
Officer of what?
Paid to protect this building and the people in it. But you're gonna open. We don't respect what you're doing, but we understand it. We don't agree with it. Like what?
They just have to say that, but they agree with it.
Exactly.
Do you think perhaps, not to say that there's footage of, do you think any of the officers probably joined in sneakily, took off
Sure.
a shirt and said, hey, come on this way, or which room you looking for?
Sure. I heard I can't remember this man's name. But he has an office in the Capitol building, and he
Mm-hmm.
was saying that he spends a lot of time in a particular office within the building,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't the office that had his name on the door. It was just another office within the building. But the
Mm-hmm.
office that got vandalized and torn up was not the office with his name on it. It was the one he spends a lot of time in.
Yeah.
So so you're not randomly going to this office that this man spends a lot of time in to tear it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was looking for Nancy Pelosi's office, I go to the office that says Nancy Pelosi
Yeah.
and tear it up, not just some random one. So
You're
I
right.
feel like there had to be a lot of inside things going on there, and there's a lot of the whole everything about this needs an investigation because
Now, we spoke earlier about officers getting off,
mm-hmm,
and we also know that I seen Plies posted a meme, and he said, in the hood, you get 30 to 40 years for breaking and entering in somebody's house. 30 to 40 years for breaking and entering in somebody's house. If you break into the Capitol building, that should be life, correct? That makes sense.
it makes sense.
But like we just spoke about, officer getting off, and he in a bar that says free AF.
Mm-hmm,
Do
right.
you think we're gonna see, just speaking of the futures, being Simpsons, do you think we're gonna see these people get off? Honestly.
For sure, I think so. I think the only thing that might convict some of them is the fact that they were um, threatening people of the law. Like you were threatening people of Congress. You were threatening like decision makers. I feel like that might be the only way that any of them get charged with anything. But outside of that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get off. Because did you saw that the mayor put a 6 p.m. curfew into place that same day. They put an emergency 6 p.m. curfew into place. And far after 9, 10 p.m., it's still people outside calling themselves protesting.
Mm-hmm.
In the summer, we saw people getting taken away in record numbers to jail for
Yeah.
simply breaking curfew.
Yeah.
So there's obviously a double standard there. That's to be expected. This is America, and I saw a lot on the news that people saying, "Oh, this isn't American. This isn't democracy." This is exactly what America is. It's a double standard, and we're not
Yeah.
surprised. Like, stop acting shocked. Stop acting shocked. Like this, we know this. Like I feel like a lot of Black people also said outside of this couldn't have been us was well, what do you expect? Like
Yeah.
what do you expect?
So how you think people feel about what Colin did?
And taking a
Is
knee?
is what Colin did still so unpatriotic to take a knee? Why don't we just take the song out? Because okay, so first off, nobody wants to speak about this, but the second verse talk about slaves.
Mm.
If you play the whole song and listen to the second verse, those bars, they're talking about slave stuff. Okay, so why we don't just, and then I seen I think I seen the Lakers done play. Some teams play that Sunday and they just kneel during the anthem.
Right.
I still feel like that's too respectful.
Mm.
At first it was disrespectful. Okay, Colin kneel during the anthem. He was the only one, so that made it like very disrespectful. People started doing it. Okay, yeah, that's disrespectful. But at this point, it was a player called Sharif Abdul Rahim. He got
Yeah.
banned from the NBA because he was a Muslim and he would not come out until after the anthem was played. And they didn't like that. So I feel like at this point we shouldn't even. Why are we acknowledging it? Don't even be on the floor, bro. Like, no, I don't want nothing to do with that. Like, I wouldn't even come out of the locker room until that's over. Find me. Like, so what? And it's gonna take somebody like LeBron to be like that, can handle those fines first off, and for them to understand, like, okay, we losing money if LeBron ain't gonna play, if LeBron ain't gonna do this, if LeBron ain't gonna do that. You can't have no regular guy do it first, and they go forth with it. You gotta have a big star that just say, nah, we ain't coming out. Nope, we ain't acknowledging that. We ain't feeling that no more. Nah. That's how you hit them. Like I said, only you hit them is you hit their pockets, man.
You have to hit the pockets, but I feel like there are so many like powerful moguls, like black moguls. Like we should not have to depend on any of these systems like for our well-being. But that's gonna take. I mean, I don't expect it to happen overnight. But I mean, NBA would not be the NBA without some of its best black players.
You said it's not gonna happen overnight.
No, I don't think so.
But it can happen overnight.
I mean, it can happen overnight, but the NBA is a organization that took a lot of time to build. So all I'm saying is you're not going to get to like the magnitude of an NBA like tomorrow, but
Nah.
but I feel like putting the building blocks, they may be being laid right now, but I feel like we don't have to depend on these systems because being black in America gives you a certain amount, I won't say amount of power, but it gives you a certain amount of power in terms of like creativity and sports and all those kind of things. Because what would America be without black people in sports? What would you be without black people in entertainment, black people in culture, black people in innovation? Like what would this country be like? And why I just don't understand why we're taking so long to innovate on our own as opposed to trying to be a part of a system that's not for us, to be a part of industries that are run by people who are not for us. By no means do I expect an NBA to say, "Oh, well, the black people said this, do this," but across the board, I feel like standards should be fair for everyone. And because
Right.
we are not getting that, I feel like we have the power to create whatever it is that we need to be
We
like to
do.
be self-sufficient.
We do. If if she can ask for $2 million a month, I'm just saying, like, if she can ask for $2 million a month from him, you
Hmm.
know, bro,
Right,
like, she came up.
right.
Like, even with Tyrese, if she asked for 200K, you said 220K,
20K a month.
bro, that's a lot of money. Like, put y'all money together. Like Ice Cube, he is my favorite actor, entrepreneur, whatever. I don't know the term, but he my favorite guy because I seen the 360 turnaround with him. It was a point where that man didn't even smile. Now he making comedy movie, like, has debatable. It's debatable if he had the funniest black comedy movie ever. And this was a man who wouldn't even smile for years. You know what I'm saying? He done made so much. He done broke so many ground with things he done. He got his own league. It's a 3-on-3 league, but he got it.
Hmm.
You can be the top dog and make stuff happen. Like, but we gotta jump from under they paws, because they, like I said, even with the other stuff we talking about, the people with the power at the top, the last say so, they got the most money. They got you know what I'm saying, they got the biggest squeeze on things. So we gotta get from underneath them for order to get change.
We do.
It's not gonna change up.
We don't. I don't even know how we got to this because we were talking about the Trump people, but I just think that's important to discuss even within your small circle of friends, like because we have a lot of people who depend on certain accolades,
Mm-hmm.
certain approvals that you don't really need
Yeah.
from anybody else. Like we have artists that depend on was it the Grammys, like, but you overlook a BET award. Like, why would you? I don't see how one is greater than the other one.
Because we got to this point because the people who broke into the Capitol building, we understand they not going to really get in too much trouble because
all right,
the top power is them. And so if you overlooking a BET award for a Grammy because you're going to be worldwide accepted, that's why
we're
you look at the
already
Grammy.
that. We're already that. Like whether you get a Grammy or not, like in terms of leading in culture, somebody, a black kid could go tomorrow and make a TikTok that is circulated 20 billion times. Like you don't need that to be worldwide. So I think I was saying that because we depend on the system. Like we should make things our own. Like and not be so hopeful that these people are going to fix it for us and start fixing it ourselves. But even in our own circles, we should have these conversations because you have people who, and I'm never bashing somebody who gets a degree, but will value a degree from a PWI, which is a predominantly white institution, over one from a HBCU, where your professors more than likely have your best interest in mind over an institution that is not necessarily for you.
Agree.
And I've heard these arguments from black people out of their mouths, like, "Oh no, I wouldn't go to no HBCU," as if your degree is lesser, as if what you're learning is of a lower quality.
But even with that right there,
Mm-hmm.
you with the fam, I with the Cookman.
Mm-hmm.
I know you playing. I know we be playing because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Family and cooking. But I've been around people that really want to have a whole debate about why FAMU is better than Cookman or. I never cared, bro. And bro, I'm glad you graduated from a college, bro. Like, I don't care about who came from there. That don't matter. And that's the problem that we have within ourselves because we are in competition for what? You never gonna hear Florida State and Florida, and Florida really having that battle. They talk about sports.
Yeah.
Solely. They're not talking about what institution is better. They are talking about who has a better football team, who won the matchup of Florida for Florida State.
Right.
We sit here having, if I'm talking about the classic, no matter what the numbers is in the classic, if I bring up Family versus Cookman, that's what I'm talking about. But you'll have those certain people like, well, y'all look at y'all boy, y'all about to be bankrupt, and what about your teacher? Like, bro, we talking about football. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do y'all want to go to the deep cuts? And that's what's the problem within us. We like you said last episode, comparisons and things like that. Like, we too much in competition instead of working together and becoming great. That's the problem with us in our whole situation.
Yeah, that's true. And what I will say is that the Patriots, they were unified. They was
always
together.
Unified. Always unified.
They was together, and wrong and all, loud and wrong.
Always unified. Like, no matter what, always unified, bro. Like, what do it take for us? My gosh, bro. It take for something to go completely wrong for us to be unified slightly. Because even if somebody white doesn't agree with what they people saying, they're not gonna say it openly. You'll have people that don't agree with the black people and jump on white people's side and be out there with them looking crazy, saying Black lives don't matter and stuff like that. And you in the front. You a whole black person, sir.
In the front.
In the front, bro. And they won't do that. They won't do that to each other.
Right.
Crazy.
It's just
it gets you tired. It gets you frustrated. Like,
it really does.
That's why I stay away from these things. Not that I don't have the answers. Not that I don't know what to talk about. It's frustrating. It's tiring. Like, how many times we gotta tell you? How much I gotta tell my kid, don't jump on the couch? That's tiring. Like,
It's very tiring, and I just think, like, even I think you view things in a different perspective as you get older, because crazy things were happening in terms of like social justice when we were younger too, but we just didn't view it in the same way. Like, but your kids are going to have to learn about Donald Trump as president.
Hey, so I was talking to my homeboy about this whole thing, and I said, I was talking to my cousin, and I was like, "Do you know his son finna turn? I think he finna turn 2." I said, "Do you know when your child is in school, like get to like 3rd, 4th grade, maybe even high school? This era is gonna seem like they was revolutionary. Like they're gonna teach your. I guarantee you, they're gonna teach your child about this segment in history. Like these people was revolutionary. They did this for that guy. All that's gonna happen, and they're never gonna bring up in these history books all the killings, all the police killings, all the social injustice. You're never going to hear about that. Your child will never know about that unless it's still going on. Even if we come to a place where we're not doing that no more, his child, who is 2, will never hear about the killings, police killings, but they will definitely hear. They might even make new social study books. They will definitely hear about the revolutionary of the, what's the word again?
Insurrection.
Insurrection.
Insurrectionist.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's crazy.
I think so too.
That's crazy. And I know it's going to happen like that, man. That's not cool.
That's not cool at all. And the fact that he has to be even a part of our history books, like, and let's talk about impeaching him twice. Like, impeaching him is not going to remove him from the kids' curriculum. Impeaching him is not going to remove like everything that's happened and what he continues to incite. The man got kicked off of Twitter, got kicked off of Facebook. When have you ever had to kick a president off of a social media platform?
When has a president used social media platform like he did?
Never. It just
It
speaks
kind
to
of go
like
hand
how,
in hand.
yeah, it just speaks to how low like we've gotten. Like, kicked off Twitter. Like, you can't even send your characters like normal, like a normal person, like without fear that somebody is gonna show up to Capitol with bombs and bats and guns and whatever else they had packing anything to overthrow the Capitol. Like,
Capitol.
y'all are ridiculous.
The Capitol.
The Capitol building,
The
where
fences
people were
that
making decisions.
So did you see what Biden said? It was something he was talking about. He said he got a text from his niece. You seen that? Okay. He got a text from his niece who go to Pennsylvania State.
Penn State.
And she sent him a picture. Police lined up, like kind of like army men lined up, barricades lined up. And she was like, this is for a Black Lives Matter protest. Same time the other stuff going on down the street. And she's like, this is not fair. That's crazy.
And
I know for a fact they didn't have this, not even 20% of the people that they had.
Bro, they called for backup after it was already happening. Like, when it came to Black Lives Matter protests, we were actually protesting people being killed by people of authority. Like, that's beyond my understanding. Like, how y'all are so behind when it comes to an actual riot where people want to break into the Capitol. We didn't even want to go inside. We didn't even want to open the doors. We're just outside of the Capitol demonstrating.
We knew what happened if we tried to go inside.
And these people are busting out windows.
They used the barricade as a ladder, bro. You telling me the stuff that y'all used to block, they took that from y'all, that big heavy thing, took it 15 feet to the left, swung it vertical, and climbed up, and you watched the whole thing unfold?
Watch it.
All right.
And one woman did get killed, and I never wish death on anybody. However, she went in there ready to die. She did. Like, she did.
Man, look, you think they went there ready to die?
She did. She was I think she was ex-Navy or ex-military something. The lady who died, she was like ex-military or something, and she was a very avid Trump supporter. She climbed through a window with guns drawn at her.
Listen,
She was ready to die.
she was not ready to die.
She was.
No.
You're a ex-military.
I've seen a video recently. 2 police tackling a man, and he telling them to back up, get off me. He had a motorcycle. I'm leaving. So they own him. I don't know how he get off 2 of them. They still act like they pulling him. He get his foot around the other side.
Not shot? Oh.
No. And I'm the whole time like, get off me. Just get off me. Like, no, you're resisting. And that man said, he just kept fighting. Got one hand on, then he got the other leg over. When he got the other leg over, I said, oh, he finna go. I didn't know what was finna happen. I was just playing the video. When he got the other leg over, I said, oh, he finna get out of there. He was trying to get off, and they was holding him back. He put that throttle in, out of there. Yeah. Definitely not chocolate.
Couldn't be.
Mm-mm.
And that's the problem. That's just the problem all summed up in a few statements. Because like when nobody's asking, I don't think anybody is asking for you to go and shoot on the people who are rioting.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just would like not to be shot for less.
Yeah.
I just going to a store.
Yeah.
Walking running in your neighborhood.
Yeah. You can go on and 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 on.
You could go on and on, but it's just like is there any hope for America at this point? Because I understand we're gonna have a new president in the coming weeks, but you can't do anything about that when there is an entire system. We're talking about 2 people being put in office. Yes, they can put policies into place that will benefit you, and they can start the process. But 4 years is not going to erase this history of what's going on in the U.S. Like,
no.
So I just think that is more like blatantly on display yet again what kind of society we live in. And yet I do not appreciate my citizenship as an American, but it's a bunch of it's just a bunch of bull. Like that's what it's looking like right now. Like but I don't know. It's just real bleak.
Yeah, it's tough.
So we're gonna see what this turns out like, what the results of this insurrection is. If Donald Trump gets back on Twitter or Facebook, or he starts his own social media.
You think he won't get back on Twitter? You think that's it for him?
After they kicked him off of his account, the real Donald Trump account, he tried to get onto the POTUS account.
Mm-hmm. I knew he was gonna do that.
He tried to get on the president's account, and they took his tweet down. So I think he'll try to get back on Twitter because he got like 84 million followers on there. So I think he'll try to get back on until he gets his own thing going.
You're gonna see. He'll be on soon.
He'll be, because he can't be silent.
Well, he got a lot to say.
A lot to say about everything. Like even after, he's not going to the inauguration, which is honestly I don't see a problem with that. Like, why would you want Donald Trump at your inauguration?
Yeah.
So I think Bush, Clinton, and President Obama, they're gonna be there, which are probably the people who support Biden. So
yeah,
I wouldn't want. I wonder if the vice president gonna be there.
No.
Pence. Why not?
I don't know, but I don't think he is. He not.
I mean,
they're gonna stick together.
Right after Trump got kicked off of Twitter, there was a hashtag trending called "Hang Pence."
Hang Pence?
Yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know. I think they're on the splits. I think Trump and Pence are not really on the same
Well,
page these days.
I can agree. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm not gonna be surprised with whatever happens. I promise you I'm not.
I'm not gonna be surprised, but hopefully it just gets better. Like we can't really hope for too much in a couple weeks,
Yeah.
but hopefully it gets better like in coming years with new administration. But overall, I just think that we need to do better for ourselves. Like we can't depend on these people. I'm sure we're not the first people to say that, but we got to do better. Like we have to do better for ourselves and stop having hope. Because I think Black people are very hopeful in the system, hoping that things will get better, hoping that situations will pan out the way they're supposed to pan out. But
you know where that hope come from? That hope come from a lot of all them years way back, way back
yeah,
from the start.
and we're like a people of faith. Like we're spiritual people, like a people who believe that things will turn out the way they're supposed to be. But
That's from way back.
sometimes we have to just take things matters into our own hands, even when it comes to like just our personal well-being. We have to do that. Like we may not be able to do everything in government, but we can do things about how our family structures, how things have to run in our community as much as we can. So
I agree.
it's crazy. So I mean, as heavy as that topic was, what good are you going to leave the podcast with today?
I think you just touched it. Like you really summed it up. What you just said. Like we just gotta stick to that and not just do our own thing. Because when you was talking, and it was making sense. Like, yeah, we're people of hope that come from slavery. We're people of faith that come from slavery. All the stuff we doing now come from slavery. Just waiting and waiting, and it took those rebels, the Harriets, and the others to just break the mold for us to go forward. So somebody got to break the mold, because if not, we're gonna be stuck in the same thing, waiting and hoping and having faith. Somebody got to break the mold and make something happen. Colin broke the mold with the nail. Mm-hmm. We have to break the mold and keep going forward, or we will be stuck in the same place forever.
And that's not to overlook people who are doing things, but progress can be slow sometimes. So I'm just hopeful that we're gonna see more progress at a more steady pace instead of waiting for the next tragedy to kind of organize and get things together.
You right?
Yeah.
What you gonna do? I'm asking you the same question you asked me.
Oh, I was like, don't put that pressure on me. What am I gonna do, huh? I mean, I think I'll take this. I don't know, it's just so much. I just feel like we could leave this episode kind of empowered. Like even though like the times that seem really bleak and seem like there's not a lot of hope in our government, like we still have the authority. Like we still, as a people, we still make decisions. We saw it in Georgia. If you don't believe it for yourself, look to the next person who you see is doing something and uplift that person, help them do what they want to do, because unified we have a lot of power. So I don't know. I feel hopeful that we'll organize more and we'll see more of what happened in Georgia, in Florida, or we'll see it in a Texas. We'll see it in other states that aren't necessarily reflecting the people who live there, the Black people, the people of color who live there. So, I mean, time to get moving. That's how I feel.
Definitely.
Yep. All right, Coach Jay.
Definitely. Great talk. Great episode.
Definitely a great episode. Yep. So we will be back next week. But if you want to keep up with the podcast, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Guaranteed X Fresh. Follow me, Cashlyn_official, and you can follow him.
Drum roll, please. Brick Wine Televalles. Yeah.
On Instagram, because he's Cuban.
Dominican.
Puerto Rican.
Spanish.
All
that.
All of those things. with a sprinkle of black.
Don't take this wrong after this conversation, because I know somebody might be like, "What are you talking about black?" No, just chill, man. God, please, bro. I just know how people live.
They sprinkled it on him. Just enough to matter. Just like that.
There you go.
So please like and subscribe. Follow us on our social media. Get involved with us. We want to have more conversations like that, like we're having now with you all. Comment. Tell us what you think about the episode. If you agree with us, disagree with us, let us know. Connect with us. If you have a company, a business, if you're an artist, please reach out to us, because we love to promote you. We love to have you as a guest on our podcast. And you want to say something, Coach Jay? All right.
I'm good. You covered it.
All right. So we will see you all next week. Bye.